For today's video, I want to take a look at the country of Urzikstan and the Urzikstan Liberation Forces. I want to go into their history and look at what they stand for and what their goals are. This will be yet another expansion of our Stories So Far series. The point of all of these videos is to understand the world and the lore of Call of Duty more. We have covered in great detail the story of the rebooted Modern Warfare series and the Black Ops Cold War series. We have looked at the history and careers of Captain John Price, Commander Graves, and Sergeant Soap. And the goal is to continue to expand and look at the entire history of Call of Duty. This will be a more centered video that concentrates on the organization only. Thank you for joining me, and let's begin. Urzikstan is a peninsula on the eastern border of the Black Sea, located in the Caucasus region in Western Asia, bordering the United Republic of Adal to the north and northwest, the Russian Federation to the northeast, and Georgia to the east and southeast. The capital is Saqqara, where the embassy of the United States is located. In 1999, Russian General Roman Barkov occupied Urzikstan and ruled it like a tyrant. The people of Urzikstan were paid in rations for their work and were always overworked. There was no one really to oppose him until 2009, after Farah decided to really fight back against the terror that was plaguing her country.
I gave you a chance to save a life. Now let me show you how to take one.
Don't, she's harmless.
Берите это. See what you made me do.
Farah created the Urzikstan Liberation Forces, or the ULF, which is a resistance militia organization based in Urzikstan. Now, the definition of a resistant militia is to resist the government or an occupying power, causing disruption and unrest in civil order and stability. Such a movement may seek to achieve its goals through either the use of non-violence resistance or the use of force, whether armed or unarmed. Farah created the ULF as a response to the occupation of her country led by the Russian government.
They are looking for resistance fighters. We have to go now. Okay, my son is getting old. I will help you, brother. This way.
Papa, I'm scared.
Don't be afraid, sweetheart. We're together.
She officially created the organization in 2010, and today they have just about 7,000 volunteers known as freedom fighters. These freedom fighters are determined to free their country from foreign control and to combat the domestic terrorist organization Al-Qatala. Since its creation, the ULF would often fight alongside the United Kingdom and the United States, and in turn, Farah, the leader of the ULF, would provide assistance whenever they had a conflict in the area. However, things took a sudden turn back in 2019 when the United States listed the ULF and Farah as a terrorist organization due to suspicion of harboring chemical weapons, which...
Command has officially redesignated Farah's forces.
You want to translate that from bullshit to English?
It means they're on the list.
What list?
Foreign terror organization list. I've ordered my Marines to treat Farah's army as hostiles.
What? They're our allies.
Yeah, not anymore.
Will you keep your muppets on a short string, Colonel?
Or what?
I'll fucking earn you from it.
which later turned out that Farah's brother Hadir was in possession of. Of course, all of this happened without Farah's knowledge. Nonetheless, due to this, the ULF cut ties with the United States. However, she remained on good terms with the United Kingdom, and much of this came due to the relationship that the ULF leader Farah has with Special Air Service Captain John Price. The Russian government listed the ULF as a terrorist organization shortly after it was created due to their continued resistance to the occupation that was led by General Barkov. However, after the defeat of General Barkov in 2019, it appears that the ULF has now been pardoned by Russia and are no longer considered a terrorist organization. Farah and the ULF have actually joined Russian-led Allegiance coalition forces under the banner of Chimera, and they now work with other Allegiance-affiliated groups to keep the peace in Urzikstan. However, by December 6, 2023, the Khani group, which is a Russian PMC led by ultranationalist Vladimir Makarov, have occupied the city of Yerevan, Urzikstan. They have set up military bases alongside strongholds across the city to aid them in maintaining their grip over Saravan and expand deeper into Urzikstan. However, this prompted the Shadow Company, who has worked alongside Farah and the ULF, to launch Operation Blazing Torch, which is supposed to eliminate the Khani Group contractors in the city as well as their strongholds. Farah Karim alongside her freedom fighters are battling against the Khani Group to remove them completely from Urzikstan and return peace to the city.
Urzikstan سلمة. احنا عم نعيش حياتنا. ترجاك اعملي كل شي بوجهتك. نضل هيك. احنا كلنا معك. ايه اكيد.
This is the current history of Urzikstan and the Urzikstan Liberation Forces. It seems like Farah Karim will continue to fight for her people and her country for as long as she lives. Thank you for joining me, and if you like these smaller scale takes on the history of this organization, we could potentially look at others like the Shadow Company or Al-Qatala. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.